Hi friends, it's Miss McHack again, here to read pages 25 through 28 to you. The expectations are here on the screen, so as you are listening, follow along in your book as it is read. Remain at a voice level 0. If you have any questions, raise a silent hand. Today, while I'm reading, I want you to think about what Clarice believes the biggest problem in their community is. Again, you're listening for what Clarice thinks the biggest problem in their community is. I'll give you a moment to open your book to page 25. We're going to start about 2/3 of the way down right here where we have this pause in the page. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And as many times he came out of the house and Clarice was there somewhere in the world. Once he saw her shaking a walnut tree. Once he saw her sitting on the lawn knitting a blue sweater. 3 or 4 times he found a bouquet of late flowers on his porch, or a handful of chestnuts in a little sack, or some autumn leaves neatly pinned to a sheet of white paper and thumbtacked to his door. Every day, Clarice walked him to the corner. One day, it was raining. The next, it was clear. The day after that, the wind blew strong, and the day after that, it was mild and calm. And the day after that calm day was a day like the furnace of summer, and Clarice with her face all sunburnt by late afternoon. Page 26. "Why is it," he said one time at the subway entrance, "I feel I've known you so many years?" "Because I like you," she said, "and I don't want anything from you. And because we know each other." "You make me feel very old and very much like a father." "Now, you explain," she said, "why you haven't any daughters like me if you love children so much." "I don't know." "You're joking." He stopped and shook his head. "Well, my wife, she just never wanted any children at all." The girl stopped smiling. "I'm sorry. I really thought you were having fun at my expense." "I'm a fool." No, he said. "It was a good question. It's been a long time since anyone cared enough to ask. A good question. Let's talk about something else. Have you ever smelled old leaves? Don't they smell like cinnamon? Here, smell." "Why, yes, it is like cinnamon in a way." She looked at him with her clear, dark eyes. "You always seem shocked." "It's just I haven't had time. Did you look at the stretched out billboards like I told you?" "I think so." "Yes," he had to laugh. "Your laugh sounds so much nicer than it did." "Does it?" "Much more relaxed." He felt at ease and comfortable. "Why aren't you in school? I see you every day wandering around." "Oh, they don't miss me," she said. "I'm antisocial, they say. I don't mix. It's so strange. I'm very social indeed. It all depends on what you mean by social, doesn't it? Social to me means talking to you about things like this." She rattled some chestnuts that had fallen off the tree in the front yard. "Or talking about how strange the world is. Being with people is nice, but I don't think it's social to get a bunch of people together and then not let them talk to you. Do you? An hour of TV class, an hour of basketball or baseball or running, another hour of transcription history or painting pictures, and more sports. But do you know we never ask questions? Or at least most don't. They just run the answers at you. Bing, 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 and us sitting there for 4 more hours of film teacher. That's not social to me at all. It's a lot of funnels and a lot of water poured down the spout and out the bottom, and them telling us it's wine when it's not. They run us so ragged by the end of the day we can't do anything but go to bed or head for a fun park to bully people around, break window panes in the window smasher place, or wreck cars in the car wrecker place with a big steel ball. Or go out in the cars and race on the streets, trying to see how close you can get to lampposts, playing chicken and knock hubcaps. I guess I'm everything they say I am, alright? I haven't any friends. That's supposed to prove I'm abnormal. But everyone I know is either shouting or dancing around the wild or beating up one another. Do you notice how people hurt each other nowadays?" "You sound so very old." Sometimes I'm ancient. I'm afraid of children my own age. They kill each other. Did it always used to be that way? My uncle says no. 6 of my friends have been shot in the last year alone. 10 of them died in car wrecks. I'm afraid of them, and they don't like me because I'm afraid. My uncle says his grandfather remembered when children didn't like each other. But that was a long time ago when they had things different. They believed in responsibility, my uncle says. Do you know I'm responsible? I was spanked when I needed it years ago, and I do all the shopping and house cleaning by hand. But most of all, she said, I like to watch people. Sometimes I ride the subway all day and look at them and listen to them. I just want to figure out who they are and what they want and where they're going. Sometimes I even go to the fun parks and ride in the jet cars when they race on the edge of town at midnight, and the police don't care as long as they're insured. As long as everyone has 10,000 insurance, everyone's happy. Sometimes I sneak around and listen in subways, or I listen at soda fountains. And do you know what? What? People don't talk about anything. Oh, they must. No, not anything. They name a lot of cars or clothes or swimming pools mostly and say how swell. But they all say the same things and nobody says anything different from anyone else. And most of the time in the caves they have the jokes boxes and on the same jokes most of the time. Or the musical wall lit and all the colored patterns running up and down, but it's only color and all abstract. And at the museums, have you ever been? All abstract. That's all there is now. My uncle says it was different once. A long time back, sometimes pictures said things, or even showed people. Your uncle said, your uncle said. Your uncle must be a remarkable man. He is. He certainly is. Well, I gotta be going. Goodbye, Mr. Montag. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's where we're stopping.